how numbers work.
And we are live.
Woo!
Hello, everybody.
I forgot where the camera was.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Corpulent Geek. That is
Sci-Fi Christina.
We are the Threatened Ganglia Vodcast to discuss Season 1, Episode 11 of Star Trek Discovery's The Wolf Inside. So many double meanings with that whole thing. The wolf in sheep's clothing. The hunt for the firewolf. The firewolf. It sounds cool.
Ouch.
But of course, you know, if he's the torchbearer, he's got to be the
Tastes like
firewolf
morning.
too. We are in the clear all mooring section, which is, dang it, down there in the middle. We're trying to get in the habit of having sections to our show. There's the clear all mooring sections where we're whacking goofy and talk about intro and say hi. And we're about to go all ahead full impulse, right? All ahead, full impulse. This is the part there where we talk about just a couple of little brief things. We're supposed to have quick hits. How about that poor Lorca? I never want to look as bad as Agonized Booth Lorca. Whereas I don't want to look like Agonizer Booth Lorca. I do want to look like Emperor Georgiou.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she looks fabulous.
Yeah. At one point, I noticed that like, her cloak that she had, it had like a train. It was huge. It like pooled on the floor behind her, and I was like, that is so impractical, and I love it.
Here we go. I'm shooting that picture right now for people to look at, and it really does look fabulous. Her outfit really did remind me, though, that I think we've discovered who Supreme Leader Snoke is.
The fun fact that I loved learning, I think, on After Trek, was that they were creating the sword for her, and they were like creating the sword for her. Michelle Yeoh, yeah. So like she has a lot of experience with swords and stuff, and so they were like running it by her. And I think on one of the times she was catching a plane or something, and they like ran it out to her on the tarmac, and she like hefted it, and she was like, no, the hilt isn't quite right. The handle needs to do this and that. And so then they like took it away and fixed it again. And I was like, that's badass. I love it.
We're gonna make her go away because she's intimidating me. We should go to warp. Because we have lots of stuff we want to talk about with this show. The biggest thing in my eyes that happened this week that I was pleasantly surprised about was they had the reveal moment between Tyler and Burnham. We knew what was going to happen. We knew that Tyler was Vogue. We've known this fact for so long that I was scared that the moment was going to fall flat between the two of them. I thought for sure that they were going to have a cheeseball emotional moment, and I just kind of tune out until throat crushing starts. Luckily, they did have throat crushing pretty quickly. I think those two actors did a great job with that scene. I was there. I was hooked. And I usually don't get that way about things that go on.
A lot of shows that we watch, it really does. As soon as the character development starts to happen and there's a lot of talking and emotions, it's kind of like, let's get to the fun stuff. In this show, the character development has been very driven. And that scene, which you knew was coming, and it was like, as soon as you killed Culber, and as soon as those things happened, it was like, oh, Burnham's gonna get pissed. Or she's going to be crushed. I don't know. She's going to be crushed and pissed. She's going to be pissed and crushed. It's going to be great. It didn't disappoint. Sometimes when you build stuff up like that, they're like, oh, well, that's not how I thought that would go. Because she was vulnerable enough and had opened herself enough to him when it came down to the throat crushing, like you were like, oh no, she's not, clearly she's not going to die. She's our hero or heroine. How is she going to get out of this? Like, it's Mirror Saru to the rescue.
Yes, my man.
And I knew you were like, yeah.
Oddly enough, the Saru being the one that rescued her was my second favorite part of that scene. My favorite part was she had just gotten done getting choked. She was like crumpled down onto the ground, and she took one breath. Oh, thank God I can breathe again. Another breath of, oh, wow, I can't believe how my life in this mission is falling apart. By the third breath, she was standing back up, and she got her Mirror Universe Michael Burnham face on. She was strutting out the door. Right past Saru. You know that in her heart she wanted to be like, thank you, Saru, for saving me. And she walks out in the hallway and talks to her number one and is all back in character.
Yeah.
It's like, nah.
Yeah, and didn't skip a beat or hesitate when she said, we're getting the transporter room ready because, an attempt on the captain, the law is death. And she was just like, of course. And it was like, alrighty then. And she put her plan into motion without hesitating, and this is how I'm going to get my disc off the ship, and she managed to make it work.
My next favorite part was Saru's speech to Voq. That was quintessential Star Trek, explaining to Voq what the Federation's all about. We're not just going to kill you, we put you up for a trial. So
I enjoyed Sarek's role in the Rebel base. So he mind melds with her. And mind meld is you get everything. Your minds are one. True to his position of Oracle, gives this bland answer. Yes, we can trust her.
Yeah, the fact that part of my brain was in her somehow.
All right.
Whatever.
We can trust her. I supremely loved his answer after Tyler goes and attacks Val. I didn't say anything about him. I said her intentions were true.
I understand that would have changed the dynamic of the reveal between those two.
I'm interested to see how Laurel, how she orchestrates the next step. If this was part of the plan, if being caught was something that she had accounted for, him ending up back in sickbay is part of the plan. They've done something to help him have to get out of the brig.
I think they are all off plan now. I think the human emotions of Tyler that got layered over Volk messed up the transition. Plans maybe off base. I wouldn't put it past them to have Tyler start to try and reassert himself.
Oh, now that we all know and he's out and everyone's like, I don't know where I want it to go, they will do what they do and hopefully they'll do it well. Now that we're so close to the end, it's like, well, but I don't know how it's going to end. Yeah. And I'm excited to see it, but I almost don't want it to because I do enjoy it that much.
And I don't know how I want it to end. It can't end happily ever after. There's no mechanism where that happens where it's not cheeseball. Now we're going to go to Black Alert. Our Black Alert deals with theories of stuff down the road that aren't really spoilers because it's just things we're thinking off the top of our head. Certain people don't like thinking about that too much. They want to just watch the show and be surprised. So this Black Alert time is time for you to be able to tune out. We hit see go. This will be our last little segment for the show. Off to Black Alert talk. When stuff started to go down at the end of the episode and the Emperor's ship came in and laid waste to the planet, they were real sketchy. A ship is coming into orbit and they never show us the ship. She's on the Defiant, right? That's their premier warship.
Do you think it has a cloaking device?
Yeah. They've run roughshod over Klingons and they probably got
invisibility screens.
That's the only semi-plausible thing I can come up with right now for our Black Alert sections. They're just doing so many reveals. Let's see what happens.
You know what? We haven't seen Mudd yet.
We know he's signed on for other episodes this season.
I bet we meet Mudd in prison again.
Lorca meets him in prison again.
It's going to be Mirror Universe Mudd, and that one's going to be altruistic, and he's going to help it.
I would have been happy to see Mudd be the firewolf. We will see everyone on Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Corpulent Geek.
I'm Sci-Fi Christina.
We'll see you Tuesday.